So you followed Lieutenant Colonel Cassidy to his command post?
Yes, sir. I was trying to get word on Baker's location. I guess I got a little sidetracked.
How so?
Well, in my experiences in the Army, sir, if you stand around long enough, someone will send you somewhere. And it's never a nice somewhere.
Hey, Corporal, you fall asleep? I scouted up ahead. We're in a bit of a pickle here. The good news is I managed to find a few of my boys from 82nd. Still trying to round them up to make the big push towards Saint-Sauveur. This isn't even our sector.
Yeah, you're supposed to be off finding some castle on the road to Cherbourg.
Well, there's the bad news. They're banged up pretty bad. Without any medical supplies, it's not looking good.
Corporal, Sergeant Bixby from 2nd Squad was killed this morning in the drop. Private,
Fryer, sir.
Fryer here was with him. I was told the Krauts have a makeshift Kraut aid station in the church in St. Martin. Bring all the bandages and plasma you can find. We need it now, Corporal. These men can't wait.
Hartsock. Save my friends.
Was war das? Die Amis! I'm taking some fire here!
Start firing there!
He's down!
Give me some goddamn fire! Squad, fall in!
Got it! Taking fire! Shit! Taking fire!
Quick!
Shit! Still coming!
There!
Roger that!
Put your fire there!
Covering fire! Covering fire! Firing! Firing!
Get the hell over there!
Double time! Got it. I'm getting some fire here! Take him!
Fire now!
What was that?
Let's give them all we got!
He's out! Covering fire! Covering fire! He's been out!
Squad, fall in!
On it! I ain't giving up, you little bastards!
Get over here!
I can't hit him! Fire him! He's down! Gotta get around! Another down! More Germans!
Fire! Now!
Hey, get down, man! Covering fire!
Take cover there!
On it! I'm taking some fire!
Put some fire on him!
Get down, Red, get down! There you go! No, man! I'm taking some fire here! He's down! He's down! More crowds! What was that?
Start firing there!
Push it on! Firing! Firing!
Give me some goddamn fire!
Covering fire! Covering fire! Took down another! I'm taking some fire here! Hold on there! Got another? Covering
What was
fire!
that?
Here we go! I can't hit him, man! That one's dead! We're out in the open here, Red! I'm under some fire here!
Focus your fire!
What was that? They're shitting bricks! Firing! What was that? Covering fire!
Guys, fall in!
Those are Navy guns! Our boys must be landing soon! Brace yourself, Red, and pray those sailors can aim! That shelling is gonna push a hell of a lot of Krauts this way. I'll stick with you, Corporal.
It's never the easy
Keep up
way.
the fire.
There's more of them! I'm empty! Here we go! This is on!
Let's give them all we got!
Taking some fire here! Firing!
Covering fire!
Firing!
Take those bastards out!
Taking fire! Firing! Get down, man! Shit! They're still coming!
Put your fire there!
Get down, Germans!
Cover! That's all you got!
Let's get the
Take
hell
those
down!
bastards out!
He's down! Another down! Here we go!
Red! Cassidy sent 3 of us down here to help secure the area. That shelling gave us quite a scare.
Looks like he already secured it.
Yeah, I see that. Well, the Colonel also sends word that Mac is on the road to Exit 4. We'll bring the supplies back, Red. You go on ahead.
So you didn't tell Sergeant Baker any of this when you linked up with him? Why not?
I told him I had a rough morning.
Why didn't you report all of this to him?
He had this look on his face when I caught up with him. Like anything I said would topple him. It wasn't the baker any of us remembered.
Unless, of course, they find us. Is that red?
The M3 submachine gun, nicknamed the Grease Gun, was issued to soldiers in 1942 by the United States Army. Soldiers coined the nickname due to the weapon's unique look and design feature of containing a gun oil reservoir in the base of the grip. The M3 and later improved M3A1 were developed and manufactured by General Motors. The weapon's small, compact design made it ideal for the tankers and mechanized infantrymen of World War II. Designed specifically as a low-cost substitute for the Thompson submachine gun, the weapon proved to be both durable and reliable on the battlefield. The weapon features a gas-operated blowback design, which allows it to fire approximately 350 to 460 rounds per minute. Other features of the M3A1 include a retractable stock, 30-round box magazine, a built-in gun oil reservoir and applicator, and an ejection port cover to keep dirt out of the receiver. Additionally, the stock functioned as a wrench for removing the barrel, a magazine loader by using a small L-shaped bracket welded at the rear, and a cleaning tool for the bore. This excerpt from the official after-action report talks about the desperate situation Cassidy was in, as his command post took more and more casualties, but ran short of medical supplies. A few minutes after Choi cleared away, a stretcher party came into the aid station carrying one man shot above the heart, another shot through both legs, and Lieutenant Elmer F. Brandenberger, who had been conducting the fight against X, Y, and Z. A hand grenade or booby trap had exploded next to his arm, and it was shattered and shredded. He said that 2 groups of houses had been taken, and he added, "Sir, I'm terribly sorry I got hit. I didn't do my job very good." Another runner came in at that moment to report that the men at the houses were running low on ammunition. The wounded were turned over to the medical sergeant, Eugene F. Forbes. He said he only had 2 units of blood plasma left, and asked, "Shall I give it to the man shot over the heart, or to Brandenberger? The private may die anyway. He looks like it. Brandenberger is bleeding terribly and may die unless he gets it." Cassidy made his snap decision. This excerpt from the official after-action report covers Cassidy's situation and his decision to send troops to scavenge for medical supplies. Sergeant Forbes came to him again. He said he had tried to stop Brandenberger's bleeding, but couldn't. The bone was shattered, the arm held together by only a few shreds of flesh. He couldn't get into the wound with compresses, and he had no plasma. He had a vague memory of having passed a bundle that looked like a medical bundle. Lieutenant Evers came back wounded, and within the hour, Captain Fitzgerald, still clinging to life, and the other wounded from Fouquerville were brought into the meat wagon along with Captain Choi. Cassidy had put another wagon into his collecting service. There were supply bundles scattered all over the countryside, and he sent the men out to see what they could find. Some background lore for Sergeant Matt Baker. Matt Baker is the son of Captain Joseph and Julia Baker, and was born at Fort Benning, Georgia, on February 22, 1923. His parents divorced in 1927 when Matt was only 4. Julia came from a wealthy family, and military life did not agree with her. Captain Baker continued to be assigned around the world in the U.S. Army, posts in the U.S., Panama, and China. Matt Baker grew up in St. Louis and only saw his father on rare visits and through letters. When Matt was in high school, he became close friends with George Risner. They both graduated from high school in 1941, and enlisted in the U.S. Army on June 9, 1942, the day after they graduated from high school. They went to basic training together, and both wanted to join the paratroopers. Unfortunately, George broke his leg in basic training, and was cycled to a later training class. Matt volunteered for the paratroopers, trained at Fort Benning, and was eventually assigned to the 502nd Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 101st Airborne Division. 2 weeks before D-Day, Sergeant Saunderson, the squad leader of 3rd Squad, 3rd Platoon, broke his leg in a practice parachute jump. Platoon Sergeant Mac Hassey promoted Corporal Matt Baker to Sergeant and placed Matt in charge of the 3rd Squad. From concept to completion, character and story development is a complex and involved process. The story's foundation is the actual events that took place in World War II, so a rough outline was created with the collaboration of the key developers. Here, writer Michael Newman and historical director Colonel John Antle discuss the authenticity of the script. In addition to the planned script, dynamic dialogue systems are planned out, and each character is given a voice to suit their character and their role in the story. Here, programmer Ryan Conlon associates a character's phrases to dynamic in-game behaviors and actions. The final step is what we call mixdown. Audio engineer David McGarry listens to the final implementation of audio and adjusts audio levels and dynamic settings, including roll-off over distance, ambient reverb, Doppler effects, and the like, so that the game sounds as realistic as actual combat in 1944 Normandy.